I spend exorbitant amounts of money on sports card boxes on this channel, reviewing them for you guys, and usually they are the latest and the greatest. I open boxes that I don't believe in. I open boxes that I like, and they end up skunking me. I open all kinds of newer products. This year for Black Friday, I went back to an older product where I just saw a lot of value for the price tag, and we are going to rip the full case, and I will tell you what that was after this. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy RGL coming at you again, and I know what you're thinking. What's in the case? What's in the case?
A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat!
Your boy went shopping for Black Friday. I purchased an entire basketball case for $899. 320 cards total in this case, and you might not expect what this one is. Now, on this channel, I do review a lot of products that are over $1,000, would be the cost of this entire 20-box case. And those products, sometimes I go into it knowing that the ROI or the odds of hitting a card that pays for the box isn't spectacular. In this one, I don't think that any one particular card is going to pay for this entire case, but I think collectively the value in this product exists. So what is the product? The product, my friends, is 2021-2022 Panini Chronicles Asia Basketball. That is right, a full 20-box case featuring the rookie class that is now led by Cade Cunningham, who has looked great this year with the Detroit Pistons. In this class, you've also got Evan Mobley, who has been a standout for the Cavs. You've got Jalen Green. You've got Scotty Barnes, who won the Rookie of the Year. And I know that I'm forgetting others, but those are the ones that come to mind at the top of my head. Who did I forget? Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Alperen Şengün, who is great for that team as well. The Rockets have looked really good this year. You got a lot of other fringe names in here, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's go ahead and unbox this full case, and then I will explain why I chose this case as my pick for one of the best Black Friday Cyber Monday deals out there. There was a lot of deals, but this one was head and shoulders the best. I want to shout out my guy Pathora for putting me on to the price tag on this one. I purchased this off of Blowout Cards. 20 boxes. We're looking for Asia parallels as low as 3, so I don't think we're going to see any 101s today, but we can see the 3s to 18s to 44s and to 88s. Jalen Green, Josh Giddey in this class, Jalen Suggs as well. So this is a pretty strong rookie class. I know people talk a lot about the 24, 25, 25, 26 classes being two of the weaker classes. This is one of the stronger classes in recent memory. Now, it might not have a superstar of the caliber of Anthony Edwards yet, or Luka from 18-19, but collectively, this guy's on his way, and collectively, most of these guys are playing pretty good as well. They're on winning teams. A couple of them have fallen off, of course. We are not getting guaranteed autographs per box. We're looking for national pride signatures, and then you turn it over, and we have this giant laundry list. I believe this is a 700-card set this year. 400 card, okay, 400 card set, but all that stuff, looking for the red and golds to 3. There is a ton of Luka, Curry, LeBron, veteran numbered stuff in here, as well as that rookie class. So we got 20 boxes today, and autographs should fall, I want to say 4 or 5 per case. We can hit RPAs. I think we have an RPA here in our first pack, and yeah, I just think that there's a lot of value here. And we're going to rip the whole thing. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Cam Thomas is in this set. We're going to rip literally this whole thing. Quentin Grimes. There's a Keon Johnson. Don't believe that's numbered. That is just one of the optic updates. Davion Mitchell for Scotty Barnes rookie. Moses Moody. Ayo Dosunmu for the Bulls. I believe, is that going to be our first numbered? That is not. Okay. We have Moses Moody. There's going to be a Shea. Our first numbered card of the day is going to be 88 Shea. So that's probably, what, a few bucks? You would think maybe $3-4 on that one. We have a Josh Primo. So that is a guy we are definitely looking to fade today. We don't want to see any Josh Primos. That is numbered to 44 on the Asia Jade. And then our first auto today is another Asia Jade. That is Bones Highland. And that one is going to be not numbered on the Jade. I'm trying to see a number in there. Don't believe there's any numbers, but we are 1 for 1 with autographs today. I'm going to set all of my numbered stuff over here, all my base over there, And yeah, so this is one going back in time. This is a rookie class that I really, really believe in. I also like the 2022-2023 class, spearheaded by Chet and Paulo, of course. And a lot of these cards will end up in my consignment accounts. There'll be a link below. I think we have another auto here. There'll be a link to my two consignment accounts. One is ComC. One is a company that lists my cards on eBay, so you'll have that link as well. There's a Quentin Grimes. We have Trae Young on the honors. Like, even a card like this, you don't see a ton of out in the marketplace, so maybe good for a buck or two, even on some of these base, like the rookie Şengün's. Or the rookie Cade Cunninghams. So these might even be worth $1 or $2, just like LeBron's. So even every little bit helps. And this is only a $900 case for 320 cards, 20 boxes. There's Jared Butler. Our first numbered card in here, I think that is going to be numbered to 88. That is going to be Brandon Boston. We've also got a Cam Thomas to 88 on the honors. And Jalen Johnson is going to be on the Cornerstones Jade. So we are 2 for 2 as far as autos go. Let's go actually create a pile for our autos over there. And then I believe both of these were to 88. There's the 88 there and 88 there. Cam Thomas, man. He can score a lot of points, but Cam Thomas, man. That's all I got to say about that. I know it's not a sexy rip. I know this is not sexy. This is not a $1,000 box, and you're going to have to piece together your buy-in back if you decide to degen a case too. I believe I recently saw them for $9.99, about $50 a box. Let's see. I don't think we have an auto in here. Not quite sure where our numbered cards are, so we'll just pull some of these up. Jalen Green, there's Davion Mitchell. So there is some rookies you are going to have to fade. You want your numbered cards to be the chromium, so the Crusades, the honors, and things of that nature. So you want to be seeing your lower numbered color on those. Julius Randle, Dame Time. That card was out of date and then back in date with his return to Portland. Zach LaVine. There's a rookie Scotty Barnes. There is is that a gold? Is that Luka to 18? That is a Luka to 18. Luka Doncic to 18. Now, he is going to be Dallas uniform. This product is a few years old. But Luka to 18 is pretty nice. Especially would be nice in a... Ooh, we have another gold. It's a rookie. It's, I thought that was Cade. Trey Mann to 18 as well. 5 of 18 Trey Mann. Do we have another auto? Do we have a Corey? Oh, no, just a Corey Kispert on the lava. And then there is going to be Jonathan Kuminga. So, forgot about Kispert. And these are not numbered on those lavas. We'll set it in the parallel pile. And yeah, we got our first 2 to 18. So let's go ahead and separate all of our lower numbered color, I guess. Anything that's to 18 or to 3. Let's go ahead and top load up as we go. Yeah, I like this. We could have just went out and bought a box of, Panini Black. Could have bought a Topps Chrome Jumbo box for this price. But we decided today to go with the value play. The value play isn't always the sexiest play. But if you search around the sports card market with everybody complaining about the price of newer boxes and the most desirable stuff, if you look around the sports card market, there is value to be found, and this is one of the areas that I thought would be a good value. Now, if we hit something like a Cade Cunningham RPA out of this product, like if we hit this guy on like an RPA, that's gonna pay for $300-400 of our case. Now, these are Asia exclusive parallels, which do mean they're going to be less, and they're Chronicles. So even if we hit like a to 18 Luka, if you hit a to 18 Luka out of like Optic or Prism or something like that, like a gold or a to 25, it's probably going to be worth $100 or more. And a Chronicles is probably going to be worth about like 1/3 that. So you got to go into that knowing that you're playing a numbers game. You're hopefully not hitting Ben Simmons cards, but you're playing a numbers game of quantity over hitting one big card. Now, you can hit one big card. That is definitely a world that does exist. There are some big cards still to be found from this product, but you're playing the numbers game of $20 here, $20 there. Josh Primo to 44 is like $1 there. Jalen Green to 88 is not bad. And Joe Weiskamp is definitely not who we are looking for on our autos, but that is our third auto in 4 boxes. Let's see. We're not going to sleeve these up as we go. We'll sleeve them up later. Jalen Green was nice. We'll actually put that in our hits pile. That's one of our better hits, I would say. So that one is numbered to 88. Actually, as we go, I'll go with the hits pile of like better hits. None of those guys. So those are all like $2, $3, $4 here. All right, this is our 5th box right here. We've had 3 autographs so far. I expected, from what I remembered with this product, I expected to see probably 5 or 6 autos per, and right now it appears like we have another one, so we are trending, and yeah, I'm very surprised. I remember ripping this back in the day and not getting nearly this many numbered cards. There's Şengün and Kessler Edwards. There's Aodo Suma, James Bouknight. Franz Wagner, part of this rookie class, also very good. Another Şengün right there. We've got Usman Garuba. Some of these names I haven't called out in a long time. Herbert Jones. There is a Trey Mann to 18. We got Aodo Suma. And, oh, Jonathan Kuminga, Cornerstones. That is numbered 1 of 5. So Jonathan Kuminga to 5 is our first, like, really decent hit, I would say. I would say that's decent. That's definitely, you know, above the Joe Weiskamps of the world. So Jonathan Kuminga, 1 of 5. And we'll set those in that hits pile. And we still have 15 boxes to go today. I want to thank you for joining me on a longer video. Now, this product, they haven't done Chronicles. They didn't do Chronicles Wemby year. They didn't do Chronicles last year. I don't know why. It would have been perfect for Wemby rookie year. But they did it the following year. They did it for 2022, 2023, and they reconfigured it that year, and it was so much better. I don't know why. I don't know necessarily. I can't remember why it was so much better. There's another LeBron. KD is a net. But it just felt like there was more numbered cards. I think there was chances at 1-of-1s that year. I could be wrong. But I feel like we saw more autos that year. And I'm a little sort of shocked at the amount of autos we have seen so far. Dwayne Washington, Davion Mitchell, Trae Young to 44. LeBron to 88. And Jose Alvarado. Mobley. And then there's Jose Alvarado on the lava. So LeBron to 88. Any LeBrons are going to get a top load from me as we go through. Just fun to go back in time and rip stuff where you either, you know, had sentimental, you enjoyed a particular product, and the rookie class isn't completely busted. Like 2021 football right now is sort of a rough rip. You've got Justin Fields, I guess, Trevor Lawrence, Jamar Chase, Micah Parsons, but 2022, you really got like Brock Purdy and a couple others. We have another patch auto here, and we like those colors because that could potentially be Detroit basketball. So it is fun to go back and rip old product and not just focus on the latest and the greatest and the brand new. There is value to be found in older stuff in the hobby, and we don't explore that enough here on the channel. We're so busy with all the new releases that I don't always get to go back and do a video like this, but given Black Friday and the theme, I thought it was an appropriate time to do so. There's a Jalen Green. We got James Harden for the Sixers. Jaden Springer. There's going to be 88. Scotty Barnes. There's a Halliburton to 88. Not Cade. That is Charles Bassey. Charles Bassey. I forgot all about Charles Bassey. Forgot all about him. No top. We'll sleeve things up afterwards. So anybody who's worried, all these will get the sleeve treatment. That is the 88 on the Halliburton. I think that this might actually be one of his first Pacers cards, and it's optic, which means it's one of the more premium subsets of Chronicles. So we will put that in the hits pile. I think we still have 13 boxes left today, so we are not even at the halfway point. We did have a Kuminga RPA. We've had 5 autographs total so far, which is more than I personally expected to see. Expected to see 5 to 6, so now we're trending closer to like 10 or 11. Let's see if we get up over 10. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Jake Kuminga, Herbert Jones, James Harden on the, is this like a Prism update? I believe this is a Prism update. This needs to be updated again. We've got De'Aaron Fox, there's Scotty Barnes, Josh Christopher, Isaiah Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Kai Jones is numbered to 44. We've got Kevin Durant to 88, and Quentin Grimes is going to be on like the rain. This is like a rain. I'll just put it there. So KD for Brooklyn, that is the timeline where his stuff will sell for the least amount over the course of time. Not a whole lot of memorable moments in Brooklyn. So as far as KD goes, his value's down just because he's hopped on so many teams. You probably want his stuff in Thunder uniform or a Warriors uniform. or whatever team he's on now with the current fan base. And yeah, we have another patch auto in here. There's going to be Trey Mann, Franz Wagner, Cade Cunningham, Jonathan Kuminga on the Crusade. We got Jalen Green, Jalen Suggs, Scotty Barnes. So it's just a who's who of solid rookies who have ended up becoming good players in the NBA. Jalen Green, Evan Mobley is going to be numbered to 18. So that is an Asia Gold right there. We got Scotty Barnes to 44. And Scotty Barnes on our RPA. So that's going to pay for our nice chunk. That's probably our first really nice hit so far. That or the... Scotty definitely over the Kuminga. Yeah, Scotty Barnes not numbered on that one. So I'm going to guess, without knowing the market, one thing that I did not do, I didn't look up like the price of some of the RPAs from this set. I probably should have did that. I'm going to guess this is over 50, maybe, probably under 100, but over 50 is what I would guess. The Scotty Barnes to 44, definitely solid. Definitely something I would consider sending off to grading if the centering is good on that one. It's actually not good, so definitely just not one to grade. And then Evan Mobley was to 18 too, so that was probably our best box so far in the case. We are not quite at the halfway mark. This actually right here signals the halfway mark. This is box number 10. Longer video today. If you guys enjoy content like this, please let me know. And if you guys want me to, go ahead and give me a idea of what you want to see next as far as a full case, maybe a value case. One thing that I'm hoping to avoid today is to see any redemptions. They would definitely be expired. There is Suggs, another Şengün, Kessler Edwards, another Scotty, Kai Jones, PG-13, old Pandemic P, Kevin Durant. There is Trey Mann. We have an RJ Barrett to 88. Aaron Wiggins is numbered to 88 as well. And Alperen Şengün going to be on the we'll call it the Shimmer, non-numbered parallel. But that's just a great. Maybe they're all like that. You guys think? Are they all like that? If they're all like that, they're kind of all like either. So they're either all like that or that's the design. I'm gonna think that might just be the design. Considering, yeah, we'll see. All right, put those over there, and yeah, we'll keep it on going today with the second half. Could easily split this into 2 videos and got my money's worth, but nah, we'll do the whole thing today. I feel this was pretty good value at around $45 per box here. $45 puts you in the territory of a Topps Chrome Blaster. So Topps Chrome Blaster or a full case of or a full case of Topps Chrome Blasters or a full case of 21-22 Chronicles with all these autos. I'm gonna take the one that has the most autos. Trae Young, Cade Cunningham. Hopefully we see a Cade RPA today or a low numbered Cade. Zion. One thing that I like about a product like Chronicles is you're not getting a lot of fluff. You're only getting names that you recognize and names that'll sell. Ayo Dosunmu at 88. Jeremiah Robinson Earl to 88. And LaMelo Ball gonna be on the Reign. So that was not a good box right there. I'm actually curious if we're gonna see a to 3 today. We've seen a couple to 18s. So I'm curious if we'll see a to 3. I'm curious how many more autographs we're gonna get. I think we're currently stuck at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. We're currently stuck at 6 autos. Hopefully we didn't hit all of our autos in the first half, because I did say we were going to hit 6. So a couple Scotties right there. Cam Thomas. Austin Reeves, a rookie in the set. I forgot all about him. Yeah, he doesn't have as many rookies as some of the other guys. So if we can see some low-numbered Reeves, that would be nice. Yeah, he's somebody who just kind of flies under the radar in this class. LeBron, Quentin Grimes. There is going to be Isaiah Jackson to 88. This is going to be to 44, and that's going to be Kevin Durant, I think, to 44. And then James Bouknight is going to be on the Shimmer Hometown Heroes. Box number 8, or box number 12 right here. We have 7, or this is 13 because we have 7 remaining. Now, it would be kind of funny if we hit all of our autos in the first half. We actually saw something similar to that in Obsidian International this year, which is another good product. But we saw that in our breaks not too long ago, where half the case, the first half of the case, the left side of the case had no autos, and then the right side of the case actually had all of our autos. So maybe there's a history of bad collation with Panini. That'll be interesting to see if there's anything in this other half. There's Cade. We haven't hit any numbered Curries today, really. Omar Yurtsevin. Who is that? Dwayne Washington. Who is that? We've got Zaire Williams to 44. Zaire Williams to 88. And Scotty Barnes is going to be on the Threads Lava. All right, we've kind of gone dry a little bit here. We've gotten some decent value back, but I'm hoping that we get one or two really, really nice cards to send us home. Like, talking like another, like, Luka to 18 or LeBron to 18 or the 3. Especially Cade's right now. Cade's having just a banger of a year. The Pistons are really, really good this year, looking like a strong playoff team. There's Giddey, Kuminga, Isaiah Todd. Who's Isaiah Todd? Davion Mitchell, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Omar Yurtsevin, Jonathan Kuminga. We have a Wisekamp to 18. There's Joe Wisekamp to 18. Another gold. That is Steph Curry to 18. All right. Back on board. And an Evan Mobley Rain. So Curry to 18. This stuff has taken a leap forward this year. Like, all Curry stuff has just gone up. So I'm actually curious in editing to see what this is raw and what this is in PSA 10. It wouldn't shock me if this was $150 in a PSA 10. Of course, grading times with PSA right now, crazy. That's a major pain point for collectors. Something that's being actively discussed in the hobby. I did say in my interview with Professor Sports Cards that I thought that at some point somebody would come along and some grading company would come along and take some market share away from PSA. Is now the time? Let's see. Let's go to the back again. Grab our base cards. And we got another KD, Moody, Jalen Green, Jose Alvarado, Joker. Doesn't have too many cards other than that base card in this set. Same with Tatum. Tatum doesn't have a whole lot of action in the set. Jonathan Kuminga. So you're just going to see a repeat if you go with something like this. A repeat of the rookies and the superstars of the game. Neemias Queta to 44. That is a throwaway parallel. Jonathan Kuminga to 88. And Julius Randle is going to be on the lava. So we are down to 5 boxes today. We are 3/4 of the way through. And that Curry was nice. We kind of went dry on autos in the second half of this case. Well, thick pack here, so I'm going to assume we have another RPA. Might be one of our final of the day. Maybe. See if we can't see an RPA to 3. Be awesome. Kyrie, Duarte, Suggs, Zion, Zach LaVine, Luka, Cade Cunningham. There's Cam Thomas and Jalen Suggs. Luka to 88. Was that Suggs numbered? That Suggs was numbered to 44. And we'll flip. Oh, boy. Davion. Davion, what are we doing? Is that our second Davion? Feel like we hit a Davion earlier. We hit a Bones. We hit a Jalen Johnson. We hit a Wisekamp. We hit a Bono. Oh, boy. You go in the RPA pile. Luka to 88 was nice. This one actually looks even worse centered than those other two. So maybe those other two were like perfectly centered and this one's off. Luka to 88. Suggs and 4 boxes left. You could do much worse. I don't think this case has been particularly amazing. We have hit some cool stuff. But if you're spending $900 in the hobby, you can do a whole lot worse. In fact, I just opened up a couple Mosaic Choice football boxes. And I think I got more value back in like one of these boxes than I did in both of those. And these are like $50 on their own. So, yeah, the value is definitely here. There is going to be Ben Simmons. We've got Jalen Green, Wagner. We've got Jose Alvarado, Josh Giddey, Luka to 44, another numbered Luka. Bones Highland to 88, and a Jalen Suggs Lava. 3 boxes left. This actually didn't take... I thought this was going to take a lot longer. But when there are only 12 cards per box, you kind of fly right on through them. So, see if we can't see that Cade RPA to send us home happy. I actually own very few Cade Cunningham cards in my PC. No RPA in here. It does not look like. There's Evan Mobley. Tyler Williams ×2. Quentin Grimes. Ayo Dosuma. Trace Jackson. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Good old Josh Primo. Franz Wagner. Jalen Green /88. There's Trenton Watt. Oh, boy. Cam from Game Time International going to love me for that one. We have an auto here. It is Desmond Bane. Oh, it's a... Desmond Bane was a rookie the previous year. Desmond Bane autograph. Is that numbered? That is non-numbered on the green. So, airborne auto of Desmond Bane. He was a 2020-2021 rookie. That was a really strong rookie class, too. That was Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. Who else was in that class? Trenton Watford is... I already top-load this one. I already know, Cam. Yeah, I know. This one's straight to your PC, brother. Set that one right there. Going right to you. Skip the sort. And Jalen Green /88. We're down to 2 little boxes today. Which one feels heavier? I think that this one feels lighter. See if we have one more RPA. Fun rip today. I'm glad I made this decision. This one's more one from me, because this is a product. I was talking to Pathora about this one, and he threw it out there, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? This sounds like it'd be a lot of fun to rip. Now, if we could just find a case of 22-23 with Chet and Paulo rookie year, because that class, not only was the class decent, but the sets that they chose for Chronicles that year were also very good. We have Herbert Jones, Kevin Durant, Trey Mann. There's a Cade Cunningham /44, so rookie Cade /44, 7/44. Trey Mann /44. And Trey Mann on the lava. And we are down to just one little box left. We haven't seen a single card numbered to 3 in this case. So no cards numbered to 3. Shows you how hard those are to hit and how many boxes of this they might have produced. And I don't think I was right because I don't feel like there's an RPA in here. This is another thin pack. So this tail of the tape is going to be fun. There's Corey Kispert, Zaire Williams, Bones. We got Chris Duarte, Ayo Dosuma, Brad Beal, Deron Sharp, Kessler, Keon Johnson. We got Jared Butler /88. We got LeBron James /44, and our final card of the day is going to be a Therese Halliburton on the, that's kind of cool, on the shimmer. So, yeah, I'm going to say this case, I remember ripping a couple cases back in the day. I feel like this case was pretty decent. It definitely wasn't the best, but let's go ahead and take a look at some stuff. Of course, getting 320 cards total, 2 of them numbered per box, and then one of them either an RPA or rain, so just do some math, 90 off the top. That means that we're going to have 230 just base cards. Let's assume that, you know, we hit some decent rookies. I think it's fair to say about $100 in value just in your base rookies. Guys like Franz Wagner, guys like Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes. Like, those cards are all going to sell for $1 or so. And then let's go ahead and take a look at some of our numbered stuff today. These are all going to be your cards that sell from anywhere from, let's say, $1 to maybe $5. I would say probably 1 to 5 is a fair estimate. There might be a couple here that touch a little bit more, but this is more kind of the bulk numbered stuff. The not as good stuff. I have all the better stuff. Like Kevin Durant /44. That's probably a top load. That's probably like a $10 card, even with Brooklyn. I would guess. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Aaron Wiggins, who's also pretty good. There's that Şengün, but just a lot of KDs and minor stars and minor rookies. Ayo, actually, rookie /88's probably pretty decent, too. Is this /44? Oh, Josh Primo. Okay. Here were our patch autos today that were kind of minor guys. Or, yeah, guys that have fallen off or haven't done much. Basie, Wieskamp, Jalen Johnson, Bones Highland, and then there was the Davion Mitchell. So we had 5 autos there. I think we had 8 autographs total, which fell in line with what I expected. And this is the better stuff in the case. The stuff that's worth considering grading. The stuff that I like maybe for the PC. LeBron James /44. Cade Cunningham /44. We had the auto of Desmond Bane. Put that in our auto pile. Luka /44. Luka /88. Steph Curry to 18. I'm actually curious what like a PSA 10 of that does. Evan Mobley to 18. Scotty Barnes to 44. Scotty Barnes RPA. And the Halliburton to 88. The LeBron to 88. Lowest numbered card of the day was the Jonathan Kuminga rookie cornerstones to 5. We had the Jalen Green to 88, the Trey Mann to 18, and the Luka to 18. Yeah, I think we kind of struck out as far as looking for the big rookies numbered to 18 or the RPAs. But I'm going to throw it out there. I mean, case of Topps Chrome Blasters is coming out. $50 a blaster. That's $1,000 for no guaranteed autographs in those. Or you buy a case of these and you're going to see anywhere from 5 to 8 autographs. Again, it's not a sexy rip. It's not a sexy rip at all. Chronicles versus Chrome. I mean, obviously Chrome has the high ceilings and all the flashy cards and the newness associated with it. But if you're just looking for value, and I hear this all the time on the channel, what's the best box to get at $200? What's the best box to get at $300? What's the best basketball box to get at $60? Literally 20 boxes that you just watched, because it's not sexy, it's not attractive, but there are some. It's very easy to make $60 back in one of these boxes. We did so in numerous boxes today. That is my time for today. That is my Black Friday deal of the year. What was your Black Friday deal of the year? Leave me a comment below. And that's going to do it. Take care. Stay safe. We'll catch you next time on Down the Road.